Hey y'all, I did a weeding and harvesting video earlier, but I'm editing now and I'm looking back at my intro and I was too close to the fence, plus I had my hat on so it's too dark, you can't really see me. So I'm doing a new intro to invite you all to follow me along while I do a little bit of harvesting and weeding. So if you want to see that, keep watching. Right, first off is the tomatoes, and this is going to be the primary. Well, I have peppers too, but I don't think many are ready, but some of the stuff should have been picked. I'm gonna go ahead and pick around this BA spider. I'm not scared of spiders, but I don't want them on me. Certainly not biting me. I don't know how to get to this. Oh my god. Hold up. Alright. Got that one. Here are, maybe I'm gonna put on my gloves so that I won't get bit if a bug does get too close. I decided to put on my gloves so I don't have to worry about being bit or stung. So yeah, I probably should have left this lighter one, but it can ripen indoors. Somebody mentioned that it helps the plant to remove the fruit. I think it was Lady Cheryl, but I'm not sure. But yeah, somebody mentioned it recently, and I was like, okay, I need to go do that. So I'm gonna go ahead and take this one off too, because it's supposed to help. No eggplants that I've seen. I think I would have seen them. I need to get these leaves off. I think it's okay to get these off because these aren't protecting anything. If anything, they're obstructing the airflow. So, remove these. Uh-oh. Dang it, I should have brought something to cut with. Okay, got it. Alright, there's some stuff on the tomato too, but I'm gonna need something to cut these. And maybe I will leave these, because these may be protecting it. This may be heat damage. So some of the leaves and stuff is good to leave to protect it from heat. Still got a lot of bloom so far. It was 104 or 5 yesterday. It's gonna be the same today. And still for the next 2 weeks. It's Sunday. It's a few days since my last video, but we're still looking at around 100 degrees for the next 2 weeks. I mean, really, through the summer. I just put this cucumber plant out here. I'm just gonna take in a risk. It was indoors. I should have been done put it outdoors, but I did it last night. Alright, so I noticed this when I was watering. This is a purple bell pepper, I think. Well, I don't know, it just could be a rotten one. I'm trying to twist it off. Alright, got it. So yeah, maybe it was a purple one and now it's just rotting, or maybe that's blossom end rot. I did water quite a bit yesterday in preparation for the temperatures of, 100 plus temperatures. Alright, I have some peppers on that plant, but not ready. I have quite a bit on the little one that had so much heat damage, including some that fell or fallen. Oh Lord, these bugs. What is that? Yeah, I'm not scared of most bugs. I just don't want to be bit or stung. I was stung by a wasp last week, so anyway, I can't get over here. Let's see. See, this is a bad idea putting this here. I was trying to put it somewhere in the shade since it's normally indoors by my patio door. So it has been getting sunlight, but not outdoor sunlight. So this thing is producing a lot. It's just been hot. This is sun scald. So these were getting burnt up. Maybe that happened before I put the shade cloth on. I just didn't see it. Dang, there are a lot of bugs over here. Oh, I'm gonna leave the green one. So I'll leave the green one because it's little. And just take these red ones. I didn't bring anything, so I'm gonna use this pot for this kind of is garden garbage. The tomatoes I put in my pocket. Alright. I guess I could weed a little bit too, because I don't know how long I'm gonna stay out here. It's hot. And when I come out, I'm like fully covered to protect from bugs and also to protect from the heat. I'm gonna take this little plant also. I'm sure that's a tomatillo or whatever it is. I don't want it. Now some of this grass is the grass that was invading this bed anyway, but this is from this stuff right here is from the mulch. So I'm going to include that in my review. And you can see it coming from the mulch seeds. I did also plant a jalapeno in the middle of this bed. I was like, this is a big old space. I could put something there. So I did. Dang, there's still much. I'm going to use what I have left of that mulch. And hopefully just have to pick this stuff out one time. But I definitely won't be getting that again. Alright, I think these will die since they're uprooted, so I'll leave those on top. So that's what I'll do to the rest of these to speed up this process. Just, oh Lord, it's hot. I'm gonna just go to the next bed. Alright, this plant, I think it was in a bucket that didn't have any holes. And I didn't realize it. It's still alive somehow, but I put holes in it yesterday. I'm also gonna have to get rid of all these weeds, you know, meaning the grass, weeds, and volunteer plants. But I'll show you all how I get rid of the weeds in the dirt. I mean, not in the dirt, in my rocks. Alright, back to this. I'm just going to do a little bit in each, because these weeds are still in resources. You know, they could stunt the growth of my plants, because they're still in nutrients. Oh, goodness. And look how fast this stuff grew. I mean, it's definitely still in resources. I mean, it's living off its probably a seed husk for now, but eventually. I do have some watermelon. Oh, this isn't an update though, but I do have watermelon and cantaloupe coming up over there on that far side finally. Get this junk. Anyway. Oops, I don't know if you can see that. Anyway, just trying to uproot them by the roots. And they can be left in, but need to be up by the roots. And then they dry out, they'll just be mulch. Whoops. Alright, more mulching. It is so hot. It's probably approaching 90 degrees out here. So, oh, I forgot my watch. I was going to ask Siri. I'm just gonna handful pluck all this. Whoa. My yard was just mowed about a week ago. My lawn guy usually comes every 2 weeks. My lawn guy usually comes. Dang, I'm so hot. Alright, so my lawn was mowed about 2 weeks ago. About a week ago. My lawn was mowed about a week ago, and my lawn guy usually comes every 2 weeks. But I think I'm gonna have to mow it myself so I could do it early, because he usually comes in the afternoon or late evening when it's super hot. And I'm not trying to subject anyone to this heat. So one of these days, I'm gonna have to get up and I have an electric mower. I used to mow my yard myself. It's like a vacuum, really. But the main reason I was willing to pay someone was because I knew he was good, because he does my neighbor across the street's yard. But also because I had injured my hand. So I had tore a tendon in my right hand earlier this year. And that had me unable to use my hand for almost 2 months. So I finally got someone to do my yard, and I'm spoiled, I guess. He does a really good job. Anyways, I digress. I'm just tired. It's hot out here. I'm not sure about this bed with what's a weed and what's a seed that I planted. But I know this grass isn't what I planted, and I know the grass isn't corn. The corn is in the front. Most of the corn is in the front. Up here. So I'm gonna go ahead and pull. And not even pull, I'm just gonna lift up and drop. I'm gonna leave it for it to die and mulch the garden. It'll dry out on the surface. And these things are getting big fast. I hope this is in the camera or in the view screen. I won't be out here for much longer. It is hot. Even though I'm in the shade, and it's a breeze. You know, it's a little bit of a breeze. Phew. Lord. Uh-oh, I forgot to water my compost bin. So I'm gonna do that. But that plant is huge, as you can see. My cucumbers still look terrible, which is why I planted so many new ones. I'm gonna turn on the water real quick so I can water the compost bin. Just gonna turn it on for a few seconds while it fills up. Then I'm gonna turn it off. Because this hose, I could just lay in there. Uh-oh, sorry. I didn't realize my fingers were covering the camera. Alright, so I could put this here and just let it drip. It's not getting directly on the plant, even though the sun is directly on the plant right now, but the hose will empty out and that will be enough water. Yeah, so I'm just watering from the bottom. And even this has weeds, that grass coming up, so I know the grass is from the mulch. Alright. Here's my little trash bin. I have a lot of dirt and weeds up here I need to clean up. And I will show y'all how I do that, maybe. I'll at least show you the after. Maybe faster and safer to just do it because it's so hot. I didn't see any strawberries earlier. Let me go through here. see. There are a lot of runners, and I'm trying to save some. But I didn't see any strawberries. There are flowers, though. So, see a bad strawberry. Yeah, it's gonna be harder to remove these with these gloves. So I'll just focus on mulching, and I'll get rid of these later. That's probably a problem. I'm gonna have to figure this out. Probably just cut all of that off. So my strawberry's been looking crazy for a while. I don't know what the problem is. So even these, they're shaped weird, which is fine. But that doesn't mean they're not edible. But yeah, I'm not gonna water this one again. I think it may be getting too much water. So I'll maybe skip a day. And this is a self-watering container a friend gave me. Oh, there's some strawberries that aren't ready. Alright, of course my grapes aren't ready. Uh-oh. So this is the grapevine that a neighbor gave me. And it's huge now. Anyway, not an update. Alright. Damn. I keep dropping this effing GoPro. This thing costs too much to drop. Even though I don't like this camera, I don't recommend it. Let's see if there are any peppers ready. Oh, there's my Poblano. I think I should go ahead and get this. You know, So Good Gardener did a version of a jalapeno popper with a Poblano pepper. So I'm gonna try that with this. I mean, it's kind of little, but I'm gonna get it. I mean, I done broke it now. So yeah, I got my Poblano pepper finally. And maybe I'll do a clean with me when I clean up this whole patio area, because it looks crazy over here. I have my little table. I don't really use this patio because it's so close to the neighbor. But, you know, plus this area has sunlight during the daytime. The other patio is over on the east side of the house, so it's in the shade. So the other patio, the side patio, the patio where my plants and doors are against the patio door, that's on the east side of my house, so that doesn't have sunlight at all afternoon. So it's totally in the shade most of the day. It's very, well, maybe not afternoon, but by 2 o'clock, there's no sunlight. No direct sunlight. Alright, I have some, oh my god, I have some habaneros in there. They're not ready. Last year I grew orange or yellow habaneros, so that's how I knew when they were ready. I don't know if these turn a color or not. Oh yeah, they do. So they do. This was a store-bought plant. I had to buy store-bought starts because of my hand. Well, really. Well, anyway, I also went out of town. I worked out of town. So, anyways, I haven't seen, I think this is a jalapeno. Oh, this is a banana pepper. I haven't seen any more banana peppers, but there are flowers. Of course, I meant to see if there were any. Oh my god. There's a watermelon. Is it in spray? So good thing I didn't take out the volunteer watermelon. That's my only watermelon plant. This is my largest watermelon plant, and it's the only one with fruit so far. At least one. Awesome. And this hasn't produced. This big beet tomato. There's 2 of them actually. They haven't produced any fruit yet. I think they've actually lost their flowers. They look, I don't know. I'm so tired out here. Anyway, as you can see, this plant is restored. Yeah, I've been keeping it watered since the other day. The leaves aren't, well, most of them aren't curled. And there's a flower. So it's doing much better. So yeah, it beat the heat so far. Alright, I think I'm gonna have to. Dang. It is so hot. It's a super long video. Anyways, I think we, the worst of our heat is gonna be in June. So after this month, there shouldn't be many triple digit days. There'll still be 90s, especially upper 90s, but it won't be quite this bad. So this is the worst that's gonna hit the garden. Hopefully. Knock on wood. Alright, y'all. Thanks for watching. So today's harvest was literally only a handful. I have 4 tomatoes and 1 Poblano pepper. It's not much, but it's more than I would have had if I hadn't grown it, so I'm grateful. As I mentioned, So Good Gardener has a video where he has a version of a jalapeno poppers made with Poblano peppers, and this is a spicy Poblano pepper, so I'm going to try that recipe for sure. I love jalapeno poppers. I'm sure I'm going to love that. And then this is going to be a meal. I mean, even though it's small, I'll need some additional food. I'll need some more stuff, but this will be a really nice filling snack. So anyway, y'all, thanks for watching. Hey y'all, I did a weeding and harvest Hey y'all, I did a weeding and harvest video. Hey y'all, I did okay.